Hello, how's everyone doing on this beautiful Saturday afternoon? Welcome to Chalk Lot 1. My name's Beth Hitchcock and I'm an independent designer with Chalk Couture. My camera looks a little crooked. Let me reach over here and see if I can straighten it. That's better. We're going to do another inking project on a bag today. I pulled this bag out yesterday when I was looking for ideas, and then I came up with an idea for this transfer, pumpkin spice and everything nice. We won't be able to use the whole thing on the bag, but we're going to use pieces of it. So let me first go over here and share this to my VIP group. We'll see if this works. There we go, and bam, and then turn that down. Okay, all right, we're all set. If you're not familiar with Chalk Couture, it's a DIY home decor company. We use Chalkology paste and ink to create beautiful things, and we also sell all the surfaces that you need. Well, not all the surfaces you need, but the frames and woodwork like you see behind me, those are surfaces available through Chalk Couture. And then you can ink on t-shirts, on ceramics, I've seen people do it on their tennis shoes, canvas tennis shoes that are really cute. So there's a whole variety of ways to use the ink as well. So let's see here. What I'm going to do is I need to get my ink mat and put it inside of our bag. So this is a Chalk Couture ink mat, and it's sticky, and you want it sticky so it holds your fabric in place while you're inking. Hi Julie, thanks for watching. If you're watching, please say hello. Drop a comment, blow me a kiss, give me a thumbs up, share this to your other friends that might be interested in Chalk Couture. And Barb's here too. Let's see if we can get that comment up there. Looking at this transfer earlier today, decided to wait a couple of weeks. Can't wait to see what you do. Thanks, Barb. You know what's so fun about our transfers is that you can use just pieces of these to create an entirely different project. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I've got my ink mat in there, and I'm just smoothing out my fabric over it so it sticks. Try not to knock things off my table. Okay, so that's down. Oh my gosh, we've been battling such smoky skies, and I'm getting a sore throat today from clearing my throat so much. Just ordered more product today. Good for you, Barb. I did yesterday. Is today the 14th? Today's the 14th, and they're running a promotion for club member, well, I think for club members or designers, I'm not sure which. It's called In It to Win It. If you order over $150 worth of product, then you get 2 entries if it's before the 15th. If you order $150 after that, then you get an additional entry to win it. And it's the entire Christmas suite transfers. So I think they said it's like $500 worth of transfers. So check with me after this live if you want more information about that, Barb. So since my transfer is not going to fit on there all the way, I thought it would be cute if we did pumpkins. We're going to use pumpkin spice and the pumpkin and probably this really cute little maple leaf. And we'll see if there's any other pieces that we want to put on it. So you just peel your transfer off the backer sheet. I already wrote back on this. This is the matte side of the transfer sheet. This is the shiny side, and this goes after I clean this transfer. The sticky side goes to the shiny side of the backer sheet. Okay, now I'm going to just line this little guy up here. Well, this big guy, really. This is a big transfer. This is a D-size transfer. We have A through E, so he's the second biggest one. I'm just going to line him up here. And we're going to get pumpkin and spice right here. And then my plan is to maybe put the maple leaf up here and the pumpkin down here. So we'll see how my plan works out. You know, best laid plans, all that. And just push it down. You really want this to stick really well to your fabric. So when we're using these silkscreen transfers on fabric, we don't fuzz before we place them down, because you really want that good seal. You don't want ink seeping underneath. Okay, and I chose some colors. I sure wish they had the shimmer pumpkin in ink, but they don't. So let's see. So I have some colors today that I chose, and this is papaya, currant jam, and then I thought a little bark. But I have to figure out what color we're going to make the letters. And is there anything else up there that I guess we could do that in the papaya, and then we'll do a couple. We'll use two colors for the pumpkin, so it's not the exact same color. But it kind of feels like pumpkin spice. Pumpkin and spice should be our orangey color. We've turned the air conditioning on today because it got, not only is it smoky, but it's hot out. So I'm just going to open these up. Such deep, rich colors. Let me get some stir sticks over here and stir them all together. You always want to stir your paste or your ink before you start, because the pigments in the ink or paste, they can separate. So you just want to get them all stirred back together. Isn't that a beautiful color? Okay. And I just dropped my little tools in a little jar of water there. It's just fun to play around with this stuff. You know, try different things with your transfers. See what you can come up with. This bark looks like milk chocolate pudding to me. All right, that looks good. Okay, well, let's get started. So what I like to do when I'm inking is go one direction with my squeegee, and then I like to pull it from above where the silk screen is. So that's where the lettering is that you see here. So I like to start above and then pull it down. So we're going to get all of this in our papaya. And the letters are naturally distressed, so that adds a little, you know, texture to your project. The other nice thing about working with ink is that you don't have to worry about it drying as fast as the paste does. Like I said yesterday when I was doing my bag, if you have a very detailed project, then you might have to do an ink and pull depending on how detailed it is. I have a little piece of dried ink right there. I don't want that. But I haven't had to do that yet because it goes pretty quickly. Get some of that on there. Just thought this would be a cute fall bag. Take it to the farmer's market, load it up with veggies. Are you all a fan of the pumpkin spice crazed coffees and everything? I don't even think I've ever had a pumpkin spice coffee. I'm not sure, it doesn't appeal to me. I'm gonna scrape off this ink, get those harsh lines, just skim it down. Let's get spice in here. It's gonna look really great on this natural burlap colored bag. Okay, there's our pumpkin so far. Let me grab a wet towel over here. Our ink is permanent, so if you get it on your fingers and then you touch your bag where you don't intend the ink to be, you can get it off, but it takes a little bit of work. Okay, so the ideal thing to do is not to get ink where you don't want it. Always over my fingers. All right, we're gonna pull this up slowly. Oops, I need to get that M a little bit better. That's why I pull up a little bit slow. So I can go back over and reapply. It may be that the ink soaked in really well there. Check my fingers again. It looks good. Get that P a little bit better. You can just gently lay it back down. And I just tap where I'm going back over it. Then wipe my finger off. And I always wear an apron because I'm always wiping my hands off on my apron. That looks cute. Okay, I'm just gonna set this over here. We're gonna have to dry this a little bit and then we'll try figuring out where we're gonna put the other parts of our transfer where we want it. This is our quick dry tool. It doesn't heat up really hot like a heat gun or even like when you're using your on high. So you could dry this with like a warmer blow dryer. It would go a little quicker. But this is also a little quieter, so we'll just let this go. Now that you're not a pumpkin spice fan either, yeah. I guess maybe I should try it before I say I'm not because I've never tried it, so. I think I like pumpkin bread with like walnuts in it, and I like pumpkin pie sometimes, but I can't eat it very often anymore. It's a little too spicy. Barb had messaged me just before I was going live, about a video she was looking for that I had done, the kitchen rules, our Chalk Couture for this month. And for some reason when I do these lives, the title doesn't transfer into the video. So I have to find out how to get the title onto all those videos that are on the page. I may have to go onto the computer to do it. I can see it's still pretty shiny, so that tells me that it's still kind of wet. I'm guessing, yep, sure enough. The other thing you can do with these instead of doing this drying is just leave it set overnight or 24 hours or just overnight. It's usually dry enough. And then you can either go in and add your other details that you wanted to add to it, or then at that point do your heat set. And so for heat setting our ink products on fabric, you use either your Easy Press, a heat set tool, or you use your regular iron set to the fabric. So this is 100% cotton. You would set your iron to 100% cotton. You would iron it for 4 minutes on each side. After you place a layer of parchment paper down, and then moving your iron continuously for 4 minutes on each side, so 8 minutes total. And then it's heat set, and you can wash it, dry it without having to worry about that ink going anywhere. We're getting there. The only complaint I have about this tool is that the cord is really short. So I have a power strip up here on my craft table, and it's still a little short. So I'm really concerned about this area and this area, so make sure we're good there. We're good. Okay, I think we're good finally. All right, let's put our pumpkin. Let's do our pumpkin first. I'm kind of anxious to do him. Just gonna pull this transfer off of my backer sheet again. I'll have to wipe off the backer sheet. It got the ink kind of transferred onto that. Try not to let your transfer fold in on itself, sticky side to sticky side, because that's always a little fun to try and get unstuck, especially if you're doing a video like I am. Okay, I'm going to put him right here in the corner. It's sticking to my table, darn it. Just keep working it until you get it. There, I think that's cute right there. I'm just going to push down my pumpkin. I'm not going to push down on where the words are that we just put down. What I might do is see if I can lay this down here on top of those, on top of that inked words, just to make sure that, sorry about that you guys, it's just a little awkward. There we go. Just to make sure I don't pull up any of that ink. Whoops. Got my little curly Q on the stem though. Go up a little bit higher. Does that get it? That's good, yeah. All right, let's push this down. Really push that down good again. And like I said, I don't want him this pumpkin the exact same color as our lettering, so I should pull out a little bit of green for that little curlicue stem here. And then I thought what I would do is kind of do an ombre with the brown and the papaya. So let's see if we can do that. It'll be fun to try. Just see if it gives us a little bit. Maybe I'll just use squeegees. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this exactly. Another small squeegee here. Okay, oh, that's a big one. Don't want that one. Here's one. Maybe our multi-purpose tools. That might be the trick. Okay. What did I do with the other one? I just had it. Oh, here it is. Right in front of me. A little bit of brown. Probably less brown than orange, but we shall see. And just kind of mix those together a little bit. It's probably going to look more like the hot mist technique than in the ombre. Just a tiny bit of, just a touch of the brown, I think. Kind of trying to coordinate my hands for this. I'm quiet because I'm concentrating. When I'm concentrating, I get quiet. Let's get a little brown in there now, a little of the bark. Like I said, we don't need too much, just a hint. Yeah, I think, I think the copper or shimmer copper would have been pretty on this too. Feels kind of loose over here where it feels like it's not really pushed down really great. So let's get a little bit of brown in there now. These are just such great fall colors though, I think. It'll be fun to pull this up and see what we got here. Okay, let me go through now, put those down, go through this and scrape up my harsh lines. Okay, wipe my fingers off. And then I think we'll try and do kind of a little bark stem here. Oops, almost got it. And then let's get another squeegee, and I'm going to wipe this one off with my wet wipe. And we'll use this pretty sage green. The fabric on this particular bag is also pretty coarse, so I think it's this particular brand, it soaks up your ink pretty good. Got a little bit of brown in there, so maybe I'll just accent that just a tiny bit. Make it look like I didn't do it on accident. Put some little striations in this leaf. There we go. Okay, let's pull our pumpkin up and see what we have here. I think it's going to look cute. Same deal, we'll lift it up slow, so if I see an area that I need to concentrate on a little bit more. It looks cute. It came out really cute. I'll show you guys in a second. Let me set this back over here. I'll take this to my big sink in the kitchen to wash it because you just can't wash that in a little pan of water. It's too big. Okay, let's show you how our pumpkin came out. Looks pretty cute. Nice in fall colors. It's cute. All right, now let's see if I want to put that maple leaf up here or not, or maybe that's what pumpkin spice. I don't know if I want the maple leaf up there now because I'm not really talking about autumn. Feels like it needs some, maybe we'll put a couple of these little sprigs up there and pull in some of that green. I think that's what I'll do. So let's see if we can carefully not get on my pumpkin because he's wet. I need to come this direction. These are a little more challenging to work with because of the size of them. You could even go and find some different, well, you know what I feel like I need to do is dry this a little bit first before I risk it. Hi Dawn, how are you tonight? Just want to dry it until it feels kind of tacky. That's good. A little wet down here still. So maybe what I'll do is turn my project this way and then put the little greenery at the top. Unless we want that maple leaf. Well, I just don't think I do. I think we'll do this little greenery right here. We might put it on there twice. Maybe those are supposed to be pumpkin blossoms, I don't know. It's so fun if you've ever grown pumpkins before. It's so fun to watch them grow and see what you get from them. I mean, I thought we did that a few times and we enjoyed it and let the grandkids come and pick out their pumpkin out of the garden. That was when we lived in Windsor, California. We had a great garden. It's just the best growing season. They had the best growing, what's that called? Grow times? I don't know what you call them. Long growing seasons, I guess is what I'm trying to think of. Not so much in North Idaho, I'll tell you. No, you probably, I'm covering my creation here, waiting for the big reveal. Okay. Does remind me of pumpkin leaves. So let's try that, and I'm going to put another one going this way on it, just to balance it out a little bit. Fast. Okay, now let's lay it back down, going. What's the other one on here? It's another little leaf. Because it's going to curve this the wrong way, unless we do it this way. I think we can do it this way. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's push it down again. Okay. Probably a little bit darker green might have been a better choice. You ever second guess yourself after you've already done it? Well, maybe I should have done this. Sometimes it's those second guessings that turn out really awesome surprise creations. Yeah, that's cute. That looks cute up there. Let me put this away. All right, this is going to go to the sink and get washed. So what I do is I do the front side first and I wash the ink off. I use our board eraser. It's a little white spongy thing. And then I do the same thing on the back. Flip it upside down to let it dry sticky side up and then put it back on the backer sheet. So let me show you what we have here. I think I'm going to try that vendor event again in September, but I'm going to check the weather before I go because that was a disaster, the first one. Pretty discouraging. But I think these little bags would be fun to sell there. Because I can make them pretty inexpensive. Everything I make is for sale, so if you're interested in anything you see me making, just reach out and I will get back to you on that. So I'm happy with how this came out. I think it came out really cute. Yeah, I like the green. I like the pumpkin leaves at the top instead of the maple leaf. I think it just ties it together a lot better. So there. I'm real happy with it. Okay, this is ready to go to the farmer's market. Oops, I better get this up before I drag my project through it. I'm telling you, that ink gets everywhere. All right, friends, that's all I have for tonight. I have to go fix some dinner. We're gonna have a Cobb salad. Awesome autumn bag. Thank you, Barb. I appreciate it. So, okay. So I'll be back tomorrow with another fun project. So until we talk again, take good care. Stretch.